Welcome to Grilling to Get Away, the podcast for backyard grillers who want to escape the everyday and fire up the flavor. Whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or just learning your way around the grill, we're here to share tips, tricks, and recipes that will make your next BBQ unforgettable. We'll talk meats, marinades, and even some mouth-watering sides. Plus, we'll answer your grilling questions and dive into everything you need to turn your backyard into the ultimate grill zone. So grab your tongs, fire up that grill, and let's get started. This is Grilling to Get Away, your go-to podcast for all things barbecue. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host to the Grilling to Get Away podcast. Here's my buddy.
Hey, what's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
Ben, what's up, man?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Doing okay, man. It's another negative 15 degrees out day today. It's been like this for about a week now.
Yep.
Been crazy.
Yeah, that wind chill just cuts right through you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. Here in Wisconsin, it's been just cold, but we know our friends down south are getting a little snow.
Yeah.
And they're not used to that. So, like down in the Texas area, and then, Nashville, some of those, we talked to our friends down in Arkansas, they were preparing for like days without, power and stuff, and they're just getting a little bit of snow. But hopefully everybody's doing okay.
Getting out sledding.
Sledding, if
making some snowmen.
I'm not sure if they sell them in those spots. So like it's probably not. Well, I guess you could do some cardboard, right? Bust out the old like cardboard boxes.
Use some Pabst boxes.
Some plastic lids from the trash cans.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope everybody's safe, and I hope everybody is digging out if they're able to. Hopefully we'll warm up here soon.
Hopefully just digging out the grill.
Yeah. Yep. Digging out the grill, light it up to get the icicles off of it. Might as well throw some food on there too. I know you did some smoking on the really cold day last week.
Yeah. Last week, what was it? Friday.
Friday.
Kids, they have school.
Of course. Yeah. No school because it was canceled because of the cold. And you felt it was a good time to go out there and cold smoke some cheese.
Yeah, man. Like you mentioned, it's been pretty cold and stuff. And I'll tell you what, like kind of one of the hardest parts I feel like, when smoking like the cold like this, I know we talked about it a little bit last week, but I was kind of, it's cold smoking the cheese and stuff. But what I noticed, man, is like it's hard to tell like that, when you throw like wood chips or a chunk on there or whatever, like what blue smoke is when it's that.
Yeah.
It just all comes out the same color. It seems like when it's this cold.
Sure.
So it's more like kind of timing and letting it settle down a little bit before throwing food on.
Yeah, when you're smoking, with wood, this the blue smoke, right? You're looking for like that clear smoke that's coming out of the of your chimney or on the top of your lids or whatever like that. You got heavy smoke that's can tend to be bitter smoke, so you want to wait till that subsides. And usually that's just at the beginning, right, when the combustion starts right away. And once it starts heating up quite a bit, then you get some of that blue smoke that we're looking for. So yeah, man. So I want to talk to you more about that, the cold smoke of some cheese. Before we do that, though, I just want to shout out to some folks. We had the opportunity to go to the Milwaukee Bucks game on Friday evening, and we were invited by our friends over at Pfizer and then also Clover and the Milwaukee Bucks as their veteran-owned small business of the game type of thing. This is a new initiative that they had, and we were fortunate that they asked us to be a part of it, and we're grateful to them. So thanks to Meg at Pfizer that made the recommendation for us, and then Aubrey, who was there to kind of guide us around and get us in, back courtside for warm-ups, and then the staff within the room that we were in during kind of the breaks and stuff. So it was an awesome experience. We got to take the kids, got to go on the court at the end of the third quarter to be recognized, and had a nice slideshow there. So very appreciative of that opportunity to share more about what we do and our business with the 20,000 people that were in attendance that night. So
it was pretty packed for
it was for a Friday night. Like it was an 8:30 tip off. Usually, I'm getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
And it was on Prime Video. I think that's maybe why. And maybe that was because they were thinking, hopefully, because it was against Denver, that the Joker would be playing and Giannis, but Giannis was struggling, and then Jokic didn't play at all. So either way, it was a great time, great experience. It was blistery cold out there, crazy cold, -30 when we were walking in. But again, thanks to those folks and those organizations for the opportunity to share more about our business and our story. So just wanted to throw that in there. But man, let's talk about you cold smoking some cheese. Nothing like cold smoking cheese in Wisconsin during the winter.
It felt very Wisconsin-like.
I know, right?
I was out there taking pictures of it, man, and I tried to get it where we had the snow in the background. I sent you that one,
the
trees and just it was cold.
Yeah,
it was cold. It was tricky to kind of get it going because again, we're using just the briquettes.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a different process, obviously, if you're only throwing I think I did I threw 5 or 6 in the chimney.
So B&B charcoal,
yeah,
the lumps, and so you obviously with cold smoking you want to keep it really cold, because you don't want the cheese to melt.
Dude, I
you
think
see some of those images, yeah.
It's just flowing through the grates and stuff. That's a bad day, man.
It's a little too hot.
Yeah.
We're looking for a real cold smoke. So what was the temp that you're trying to keep it under?
Well, yeah, I wanted to keep it under around under 50.
Under 50.
Which, and it's kind of tricky to do because your thermometers, my thermometer on I was just using my Weber, the kettle, and I think the lowest that goes is 120.
Yep.
So that was kind of tricky. I went more so by feel and stuff. I wasn't too worried because it was so cold out.
So when you looked at the temperature gauge on your...
it was just setting. It wasn't moving. So
wasn't moving.
That's all right.
That's good, yeah.
Should be good. It's a good start.
Just looking to add that flavor to it.
Pretty much, yeah. And I what I did, a lot of times what I'll do is I kind of put that, I move my lid based on kind of where the meat's at.
Yeah.
So I'll have that temp gauge kind of over by where the meat is or the food or whatever I'm cooking.
So you know what the ambient temperature is.
Yeah, kind of right around
food,
that,
yeah.
right by the food. This time I put it right over the coals because I wanted to make sure it wasn't, it wasn't getting too hot and stuff. When I was reading about it, it said ideally 90 or less.
Yeah.
So which either way, I was well, this doesn't really help me. And it was I probably could have put a probe out there. I just left it on the grates.
Because you got one of those where
the battery, the Bluetooth wireless.
Right.
So it's got the remote that you keep inside.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so cold that I didn't want to leave that out there. I mean, it wouldn't have worked.
Sure. Okay.
It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, because you could leave a
if you had
thermometer right on the grate, right there, right by where the cheese is, so you can monitor it that way.
Yeah, I couldn't find my pen either, so go figure. That's all right. And then I don't have, some people have those Bluetooth ones where it connects right to your phone. I don't have one of those.
Right, yeah.
So it's whatever. I'm not too worried. Mm-hmm. We'll just run with this.
Sure.
So again, it took a little bit for it to get rolling. I mean, a couple of rounds throwing newspaper in there.
Sure, yeah.
I have to throw in some cardboard. I mean, it was like I said, it was just so cold and windy. The wind was coming through, so it was just kind of blowing the newspaper out real fast and just plowing through it. And then the newspaper didn't have much to kind of catch on to, right? Because you only got a few bricks in there. Yeah. So it's just wide open. So you don't really have kind of that natural, heating element to come where the heat rises through it, right? So there wasn't much in there to catch it. So, yeah, dude, it was tricky. And then, running back and forth when it's that cold outside. And what I wanted to do too is kind of have it more out in the sun area. So I could get some good pictures of it. And two, just kind of let it. That's where it was warmer for me.
Yeah.
Rather in the shade. So,
and you prepared. So what type of cheese were you using? And I know you added some flavor to it.
I did. Yeah. So, I mean, this part I didn't. I kind of read obviously what cheeses were best. So I went with a sharp cheddar. Pepper jack and then mozzarella. I was trying to find Gouda.
Okay.
But dude, I couldn't find it. I only stopped at 2 stores, so I wasn't trying too hard.
Right.
But I don't know, man. A bunch of other people must have the same idea because cheese was At both stores I was at, like there weren't many options there.
Well, when the storm is coming,
Cheese.
meats and cheese,
Yeah.
and with the beer,
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy. I saw like just a sidetrack, like some of those pictures from down south, like people from like Texas and some of these other southern states that don't get snow often. Like it was like pandemic level. Like stores were empty.
Yeah.
Like, meat sections were empty.
Yeah.
People stocking up on water and toilet paper. So,
the essentials.
Yeah, the essentials. Yep. So you got those cheeses there, but you can really use any type of cheese you want, right?
Yeah. What I was reading though too, it said obviously be careful of like the soft cheeses. So it said like brie, don't use brie or like goat cheese. It did say like kind of more like aged or like harder cheeses.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, obviously there's some you want to stay away from, but and I sent you a recipe and put some tips on there too. So
yeah,
those are in there as well that we'll be sharing with everybody.
Yep.
But yeah, dude, it was like I just got some just real basic stuff. Figure kind of cheeses that most people would use.
Sure.
I also grabbed some string cheese, Greg.
Now this was different.
Yep.
Everywhere we go, we see just blocks of cheese, and
Yep.
you're like, well, let's do some string cheese.
Yeah. I mean, you and I had kind of talked about it ahead of time, and you had said like, well, we're doing a lot of stuff with the awesome people over at Oscarware, and they had sent us like some hot dogs, like hot dog and brat like racks. And you're like, hey, see if we can come up with something like to use like some of their stuff with, right? And I was like, all right, well, we got this hot dog rack, throw some string cheese on there.
There we go.
We can do that, right? So dude, which was cool.
Yeah.
Something kind of different, right? Who smokes string cheese? I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like the kids were like, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing, Dad?
No, not the string cheese. Like, bummer.
Bummer. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's gonna have a little extra flavor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Which was funny. It works out. It's like, man, it's like my son. He likes the Aldi string cheese. My daughter likes the Kraft string cheese. Like, so I was at two different stores. So one of the stores was Aldi, so I grabbed a thing of that. One of the stores was Meijer, so I grabbed a thing of the Kraft. I was like, man. So I did like a total of 7.
Okay.
7 things of string cheese. So I was like, I took 4 from one, 3 from another.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Like, Dad, did you use our string cheese? Like, I split it up. Don't worry. So we got 2 different kinds of string cheese.
Nice,
Greg.
man. So
Yeah.
you got the string cheese, you got the cheese blocks.
Yeah, so they weren't like huge.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get like I thought about going like the big ones.
big.
But I was like, Ben, like you're doing 3 bricks of cheese as it is.
It's a lot of cheese.
It's a lot of cheese, dude. So I was like, we probably don't need the big ones. So I got some of just kind of the smaller ones. And what I did is I cut them in half.
Yep.
So I wanted to kind of play a little bit. And what I did is I took a little olive oil and I just kind of lightly brushed 3 of the halves. So I wanted to season them.
Okay.
And kind of help that seasoning stick. So
Yeah.
just real lightly brushed it. And then I did it on 4 of the pieces of string cheese.
You season that as well.
Yep.
So you're getting the smoke, you're getting the seasoning. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
A little different.
Yeah. So what I did with the sharp cheddar, I put Fire in the Hole on there. So our spicy
seasoning.
And then with the pepper jack, since it's already spicy, I put our all ration, so our all-purpose seasoning on there.
Got a little sweetness to it.
A little bit. Yep. Yeah, so I figured that was like kind of a nice combo. And then with the mozzarella, I used ground pounder, our all-purpose garlic seasoning.
Yeah, just classic garlic.
Classic. Yep. And then with the 4 pieces of string cheese, I did 2 with the garlic and then 2 with the spicy.
Okay. So you got your coals set up. What type of wood were you using?
I just used chips for this.
Yeah.
And I was just using pecan. So
Okay.
nice light
smoke.
I'd read, there's a lot of different options and stuff.
Yeah.
It didn't really seem like you could go wrong. It just kind of depended like the flavor profile you wanted. Mm-hmm. I just kept it super simple. And like, dude, I'll be honest. Like, so I just kind of I had some chips and I put some in and I didn't do like a ton. Like, I didn't do like a whole handful. Yeah. Right. I probably just did like half a handful because I didn't want it to overpower it. I just wanted it to be nice, light, easy. And then I went out 5 minutes later and like, dude, they were gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to like do it again.
Sure.
So there were a couple of times where I did add a little bit extra. But I didn't want to do like a whole, usually I'm throwing like at least a handful and a half in.
Yeah.
This time I was going a little bit lighter.
Okay. So you got them on there. You're rolling with the smoke, low temperatures. Yeah. So indirect grilling. So other side of the Weber, the cool side. How long did you let it go for?
I let it go the first round about 20 minutes, just so that I wanted to see like how it was going. See, kind of again, because I didn't really have anything to gauge like the temp. So it's like, and it was cold out. So I want to see just kind of where things were at.
Okay, so 20 minutes, and then did you replenish any coals?
No, I didn't touch the coals at all. If anything, I was like letting those just kind of go.
Yeah,
I did throw in a couple more wood chips though.
Wood chips. Mm-hmm. So overall total time on the smoker, how long were you?
About 40 minutes.
About 40 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I've seen recipes that's kind of around like 45 to an hour and a half, depending on how much smoke you want. So you keep it low, you keep it on there for about 40 minutes. You got the pecan smoke. So what happens after you're done then with it?
And so I just I let it come in. I brought it inside, let it just kind of sit. And then what I did is, I threw them in bags, and you're supposed to let it kind of essentially rest in the fridge for like a week to 2 weeks was recommended.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of been hanging out.
So did you notice like a difference in the color of the cheese when you brought it back in? Like, was there like a nice smoky kind of?
I didn't notice much of the color. I mean, obviously, we're the ones that had the seasoning on there. They were. I don't know. I wish I kind of looked at something else maybe than like the oil.
Okay.
To kind of put on there.
Okay. Because it was just you just used the oil to help it stick.
Literally just to help it stick. That was all. But like, I guess if I were to do it again, I'd probably kind of smoke it for a little bit, and then like naturally, like the cheese has like the oil in it, right? Mm-hmm. So I could have probably just like
let it sweat a little bit,
just let it sweat for a minute, and then season it, and then put them back on again.
I gotcha, yeah.
I in my mind too, it was like, all right, well, I'll just kind of, if I let this go for long enough, it'll almost kind of create like that nice kind of bark or kind of crust almost on the outside. If I wanted to, I probably could have let it go like quite a bit longer and stuff. Which if I had more time, kind of a whole day, like, I probably would have let it go for like that full like hour and a half. Just let it sit out there. But I pulled them. Yeah, what I should have like rotated it too, because I was getting a little bit of heat as I put like those like more of the chips on there.
Yeah.
Because those, caught. And so I should have like rotated around, because there were some of it that just started to kind of slightly melt into like the grates a little bit.
Sure.
I was using the Oscarware too. They have like a mini.
It's like a porcelain tray.
Yeah, it's like coated and stuff.
Yep.
It's got like the holes in it and stuff. It was great. It was literally perfect for this. So we'll have to send them some pictures too here. But it worked out really well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, easy to move. All the cheese was on there and stuff, but it did kind of start to kind of just slowly creep down into the holes just a touch, but it was not like melting through the grates and stuff. But because you only have so much room on the, so I should have just kind of rotated it around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So did you sneak a piece before you vacuum seal it?
I did before I vacuum sealed it. I opened it up on Monday and tried just a couple of the pieces, just real fast.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, okay, I'm gonna let this.
Could you pick it up? Yeah. So only a few days later.
Yep.
Nice smoky flavor to the cheese.
Yep.
But you're gonna let it ride a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'll probably give it until like until the end of the week and stuff.
Yeah, because the longer it sits, in that smokiness, the more potent that becomes. So that's awesome, man. Like it. I know you mentioned like you would change a few things. You maybe rotate it. Anything else that you would change if you were to do it again?
Yeah, I'd probably do some like I'd just play with different cheeses.
Different cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Different seasons maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like those were the ones I was kind of most confident with what we had.
Yeah.
I like the pairings, kind of adding a little bit of spice to the sharp cheddar, adding a little bit of like kind of sweetness and like a garlicky touch, with that all-purpose to the pepper jack, and then the garlic on mozzarella. I mean, you can't go wrong, right? So
yeah, that's right.
Honestly, like what I really want to do is try like once I do pull it, like kind of make some like grilled cheese sandwiches.
Sure.
Or even like kind of maybe try a little bit of like that cheese in like a salad, and then see if like you kind of pick up more of like kind of that smoky notes and stuff when you're doing it that way.
Grilled cheese sounds delicious.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Some soup or something. But yeah, I mean, so again, just like I was like, well, what are we gonna do all these blocks of cheese now. I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
We got options.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Sky's
be
the limit.
Don't look at it. That's fine. I'll eat it. It's just sitting there like you're just eating a block of cheese.
Gnawing on it.
Yep. So, but yeah, I mean, just kind of some things like, because you think about like, well, I mean, I don't know, smoked cheese, but yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, I was thinking about even just make a box of Kraft mac and cheese and shred some of that and pop it in there and just add a little bit of that smokiness to it.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
We'll shred it up there.
Absolutely. Throw it like with your eggs a little bit in the morning and stuff.
So many options.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do with all this cheese?
Well, like, well, I did it and it's like, well, am I just going to eat this cheese with just like crackers or what? I'm like, no way. I mean, yeah, you can, but like there's, again, like anything you want to add like cheese to, and like now it has like a little bit of the smoke flavor plus a little bit of, like that seasoning and stuff to it. It's just kind of a whole nother layer, Greg.
I know.
So
and it's so simple. Like, if you're thinking about doing it, if you've never done it, like
the biggest thing's the temp, man.
It's the temperature. Keep it low.
Like again, like what I was reading too is like the prime temp, like. Again, like it said, under 90. Ideally, it said 20 to 30 degrees.
Right.
And that's tricky.
Right.
But I mean, really, you're rolling about like, with that one, probably about like 3-4 briquettes.
Yeah. So if somebody's got like a gas, maybe they don't want to do charcoal for it. What would you suggest if they got like a gas grill or something? Because you could still do it on a gas grill.
Sure.
Yeah. So you like, let's say you got like a 2-burner, right? Like two burner. So obviously one burner's on the low, real low,
as low as
you can go.
Yep.
Then you got to get one of those smoke tubes.
Yep.
The smoke tubes, you put some wood chips in there, or you put some pellets in there, whatever flavor you want, and then you put it directly over that that side, and then you put the cheese on the opposite side, as far away as you can get.
Yep.
And
well, like I think too, we've seen a lot of people do this too, man. Like where, they'll take like white bread and like you just like real cheap white bread, and just kind of put it like on that side and just see like what pieces like burn, and what pieces don't. So then kind of where your hot zones are and where your cooler zones are. Mm-hmm. So you just find that cooler zone. And that's where you want your cheese, right? So it's gonna pick up like that smoke rather than just sit there under like the heat and stuff, and you don't have to worry as much. About the.
You could also create like partitions with like bricks or whatever, so like the heat gets deflected off of that. So but you're still getting the smoke coming over the top. So a lot of different options if you don't have like a kettle, if you want to do it on your gas. Like obviously if you have a smoker, that's would be ideal as well, as low as you can go. Feed chips or whatever. However, if you got electric or if you got pellet or whatever, might be a little bit more difficult to.
I throw a pan of like cold water in there too.
Yeah,
I mean
exactly.
That would help. I mean,
ice water.
It's like if you're doing that over the summer and stuff, I'd do something like that, right?
Yeah. That's why people recommend doing it in colder temperatures during the fall, during the winter, because it's easier to keep it real low with it not being so hot outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those are some good tips, man. And then we've seen other people with the setups before where like in one kettle they have their heat and their smoke, and then they got like the metal,
like the pipes are not the pipe, but the what do you call it, dude? Like
the flex tube, the aluminum flex tube, like suction to the vent. Yep. And then they go to their little smoky or a different smoker, so it's a completely different smoker or kettle, and then they just pipe it in through the top vent too there. So it's just getting the smoke; it's not getting the heat at all.
Yeah.
So there's options there for you.
That's great.
I know. I love seeing it. I love
seeing those ones. Like, dude, who thought of that?
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Basically, what you're doing, you just want the smoke flavor. So whatever you can do to pipe that smoke flavor in there and keep it nice and low temperature, go for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a little while since I smoked some cheese, but it's an awesome time, and it tastes great.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I got more excited about reading, kind of about like the different cheeses to use and stuff. It's like, dude, I never would have thought about that. Like, I was bummed I couldn't find Gouda, but then there's so many other ones that you can use, and I mean, you can start off real simple. That's kind of why I was like, all right, well, I'll just go with the basics. Yeah. I kind of knew I wanted to do those three, and a fourth probably would have been a lot, Greg.
Sure.
But it's,
if you can fit it out there, why not?
Sure, why not? It was great, and I highly recommend to I'll let you know how the string cheese tastes when I test it out here and stuff. But I just used that wire rack, and it worked out great.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you go into a Super Bowl party or you're hosting or something like that, and you want to impress some people, like, oh, just bring some smoked cheese.
Smoked cheese.
I smoked this cheese.
Yep.
You did that?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't have to season it either.
No, you don't. I like that creativity though.
Yeah,
because you don't see that often. You don't see a lot of people season it. You just see like the blocks of cheese. So get a nice crust on there too. Whew, man.
Well, it pairs so well too. I mean, it just kind of changes it, right? Like,
right.
Again, like a spicier kind of sharp cheddar,
just a little bit to it.
Yeah, it's just like a different layer. It was cool though. I definitely recommend it. I would do it again, but like I said, I kind of let that kind of the natural oils, I guess, just slowly creep out of the cheese after like the first 20 minutes, and then maybe season it that way.
Yeah.
Other than that, dude, yeah, I mean, I would just do like maybe some different cheeses.
Sure.
You can use like a lot of different wood too, man. Like, the fruitier notes and stuff like that.
Right. Apple would be good.
Cherry
with that cherry.
Yeah, I think those were the two that recommended, apple or cherry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, post oak, it had a hickory, pecan. It just kind of depends.
A little bit lighter, yeah.
Yeah. Mesquite. I said mesquite too. I mean, yeah, it had options too, which was cool.
Whatever you got laying around, maybe. Yeah.
I remember like the first time I did it, dude. We got those bricks, the wood bricks from a friend of yours that sent us from like the aged like wine barrels.
The wine barrels,
and I used that the first time I ever did it.
Yeah, cheese and wine.
Yep, I figured why not? Why not, Greg?
Why not? I got it.
Thank you. But yeah, that was
that
was the first time I ever cold smoked cheese.
You definitely use that too. Mm-hmm. Now, did you because those are really hard chunks of wood. The barrels, like the wood barrels, for the wine barrels. Did you soak it at all? No, just throw it on there.
Just throw them on.
Yeah, okay. Cool, man. And you don't have to soak the chips at all. I was just curious. Like, just throw them on there dry.
No, I think I wish I had maybe a little bit.
So they lasted maybe just a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're not necessarily worried. Like the whole thing about soaking wood chips or whatever, you're trying to prolong them, but then you're steaming because it's just releasing the steam from the wood. It kind of
depends on how long you soak them for, man. I mean,
how long you soak them for, and then
if it's like 15, 20 minutes, like it's not that bad. Like
and like you're going for like you're trying to keep the temperature low.
Yep.
You're not trying to cook this food till it's done. Like it's already done. You're just adding flavor to it. So like the whole moisture piece doesn't really come into play too much here with the cheese, especially if you're going at a low temperature. So
yeah, and I mean, I wish with this too. I mean, that was what kind of caused the cheese like just slightly melt a little bit because again they caught on fire, right?
Right.
So if I had soaked them and stuff, then I wouldn't have ran into that problem. So for next time,
yeah, it would have lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah, not like again. I feel like it would have smoked a little bit better and not quite as just like I mean that first round, dude, that like they were gone.
Yeah,
like it was crazy. I was like, oh, all right, well, throw some more on there real quick.
Yeah, need a little bit more smoke than that.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. Cool, man. Well, awesome. Like I'm glad you had a chance to get out there and do that.
Yeah, it was cold out there.
It was cold. It was like a negative 40.
40. Yeah.
Yeah. During the day there. All right. Well, I got an article for you.
Real quick too, dude. I wanted to mention like you had posted something the other day.
Did I?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. You posted a question out there to like all of the Burn Pit Nation and stuff, and it was like, man, if you could cook like one meat or whatever, like what would it be? And dude, we got a lot of great answers and stuff. Lots of like chicken, sauce, and venison. I think beef was probably the most popular. One dude said like my ex. One dude said
it was kind of crazy, man.
I was dying, dude. I was laughing. Some of the comments and stuff, man. Like people are awesome. People are great. A lot of steaks, burgers. Someone put hot dogs. I thought that was cool. Let's see. Some guy said like, the girl down the road, she's a beautiful ass or something. Oh, geez, yeah. I was like, holy cow.
I was like, okay, here we go.
There we go. I was like, man, Greg, threw it out there, but not. I thought that was awesome. I enjoyed, that was one of the top ones I've enjoyed reading. Some of the comments were great, but yeah, I thought it was hilarious. And lots of like, dude, lots of steaks. Some brisket, lots like some pork and stuff. I think Corey
Savage,
he put what did he say? He's like brisket, pulled pork, ribs, mac and cheese. Yeah, he had a solid list. So it was all together. He put it all together and stuff. So But yeah, I mean, I love seeing that stuff. You know, one I think Brad, a good buddy of ours, like he put chicken. So he's like, so many ways you can cook it. You know, it never gets old. Yeah, dude, I thought it was. There's some interesting ones on there.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find this. PS Seasoning sent out a article the other day that had their 2026 flavor trends for the year. And I created my own version of it as well, but I wanted to read theirs first, if I can find it. Most recent, here we go. That's not it. All right, well, I'm going to read what I wrote. Okay, so here we go. I took some inspiration from them, so I just want to get your take on it.
So, like, what was kind of the background on this, man? Just like profiles,
they do their every year. They do like what they predict the trends will be in 2026 regarding like flavor.
Okay.
So I wanted to get your take on it, and then I also created my own with a grilling kind of aspect to it as well.
Where there's all like grilled stuff?
No, it was just flavor, like really flavor. So here, 2026 flavor and consumer behavior trends. So I took like the top 3 or 4 were kind of what they had as well. Protein first meals. So protein first meals are the focus. Home cooks are now building meals around protein, whether it's smoked brisket, wild game, or plant-based alternatives. What do you think about that?
I can see that, man. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Number 2, do-it-yourself cooking and home-prepared foods.
Sure.
But more, I guess, more specific, like do-it-yourself sausages, snack sticks, and jerky.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. All right. Cleaner labels and smarter ingredients.
We've been working on that one for a little bit.
We have, yeah. Lower sugar, fewer preservatives, clean, purposeful ingredients. Global flavors, like Korean, like chili. You know, we've talked about.
We have, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Curry blends. And then, let's see.
I like that too, man. It's like, again, there's a lot of options to play with, right?
Yeah.
Like that,
there's a whole world worth of options that we don't even know.
Man. Yeah, and
that's
like,
out there.
It's easy to get stuck in the box. Or like, you know, I mean, I know we've talked to people who have been like, hey, this is what I use, this is how I cook it, and they do like that same thing almost every time, right? But man, there's so many options out there, and like there's times too, like I get stuck in my box where it's like you get comfortable with it. It's like, this is how I love to cook it. I know I like it this way and stuff, and it's like, man, sometimes I need to remind myself, like, well, what if you tried this? Like, like throwing, you know, seasoning on cheese. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's gonna go one or two ways.
You're gonna like it or not, and then you gotta adapt. And that kind of goes in like the next one, then like you know, comfort with a modern twist. So like your classic barbecue, but then with like a regional twist, like for here in Wisconsin. Obviously, regional would be, you know, cheese, and then, you know, add some our flavors on top of that. But then, you know, sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
Heat trends are maturing. Sweet and spicy flavor combinations are layered with smoky, savory notes, more complex. It usually it's a flavor that works on just about anything. You know, vegetables, it works on, you know, wings and beef, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, that's what, you know, we have the fire for effect, our sweet heat seasoning and stuff, and like that's to me, like, we have so many people that come and are like, oh, dude, I put that on this, and like, it's just, you know, I always think of it as like a pork, right? I use it on pork a ton. I'll put it on like sweet potatoes and stuff, and then like I hear someone tell me like, oh, they tried it on beef or they did it on that. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Like, it doesn't always cross my mind.
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, I like the creativity and stuff, like the people that we get to talk to, and just the trends. Like, dude, I hope that continues to pick up and change, and people share that with us.
Yeah, and like just a few more here, like the tech-assisted flavor innovation. So obviously, artificial intelligence is helping people create new and new flavor combinations faster. And then, like, what does this mean for the grill in 2026? Go bold, you know, layer your flavor, keep it clean, and then balance heat and sweetness. So just some things there. Some other flavor trends. I know we talked about trends maybe in the grilling space, but like those are more flavor focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can see that, man. Like if you look around now, especially number one, like their protein, you look around like at what restaurants and like packaging, like other consumer brands are doing, like protein is like the biggest thing out there right now. Like where they're calling out like the number of grams of protein in whatever meal that's on their menu, or within like their packaging, like the big bold thing on is like how many grams of protein it has, So there's huge focus on, not just healthy eating, but a focus on prioritizing protein, which, hey, we've been saying that all along here. Meat.
Yeah.
There's some good flavors, so you can't go wrong there. But all right, man. Well, you got anything else going on this week as far as, grilling, barbecuing? Thinking about doing anything?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to do something.
Sure.
I just haven't. Got to do a deep dive into the freezer room, and here we are, almost end of January and stuff. So, kind of see what we have in there.
Yeah.
I made soup the other day with like that leftover, like the shredded ham.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was solid.
Like a split pea soup?
No, I told you I picked up this bag of like different. It had peas in it, but like it said, it's like 16 different beans. So
that's right.
Protein,
yeah.
right? Like,
right.
Dude, this thing was packed with like protein and fiber and stuff. Like,
yeah.
And I just like followed the directions, threw in the pot and stuff, and like, yeah, I just threw a ton of ham in there. It was awesome, man. And it was great.
Ham and beans.
It was so good. It was very similar to like split pea.
Yeah.
Very similar. But yeah, it was so good. Kids crushed it.
Nice.
They've been crushing it. Took it to school, and having it like kind of before practice and stuff too. Like heck yeah.
Fuel up.
Yeah, here we go. So, so I don't know. It's definitely, with it being this cold, dude, soup's not bad. My wife was down in Illinois visiting her mom and stuff, and she sent back some white chicken chili.
Okay.
She made it very like traditional like and stuff. So it's like, all right, well,
nice.
Yeah, chili is, it's definitely chili season, Greg.
It is, man.
I know you had a chance to do some over the top chili.
I've been seeing a lot of it too. A lot of people down south over the week because they couldn't go anywhere. Like they're just making meals. So
yep.
Meal prepping. A lot of people. So I've been seeing a lot of over the top chili.
Yeah, man. So we got the Super Bowl in like not this weekend but next.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So
it's a great opportunity to get out.
Prep a little bit for that, maybe kind of do some things. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's so funny because we're getting closer to Super Bowl and the kids are like, Dad, can we make the buffalo chicken?
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, it's 2 weeks away. We're not gonna have it this week and then again next week. So relax.
Why not?
That's just, it's so heavy. It's a lot. It's a lot. And like
big. It's a hug from the inside. Hug your heart.
Right. So. Yeah, we'll save that for next week. That's fine. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't really have anything like planned. My daughter did say to me yesterday, she goes, Dad, what I've been thinking about a lot lately? I'm like, what's that? She goes, burgers. Just like a good burger. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, I can do that.
Me too.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yep. So maybe we'll play with like a burger. Check out some different. But I mean, she just described like traditional burger, man.
Yeah.
Like.
Big juicy,
like an inch thick. She wants like tomato with some cheese and some lettuce.
Okay, sure.
Twist my arm.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, all right, well, I'm thinking about that. Like, we'll do those over out on the grill and stuff. Like,
nice.
So yeah, something like that, dude. I don't know, maybe like a cheeseburger and mac and cheese or something. I don't know.
Oh man, so many options.
Yeah, something
delicious,
thick and hearty and
getting hungry right now.
Yeah, same.
About lunchtime here.
Yep. Yeah. But
So
I've got a lot on my mind. I need to write stuff down, man. And just like get a focus and be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and lay it out because it just runs. And
I know.
I'm like, well, that sounds good. I could do that.
I know.
Just tackle it all.
I know. Yeah, I pulled out some beef stew meat. It's defrosting in the refrigerator right now. I might just do like beef nuggets with that, man. I've done it before in the past where I season all sides of it and then I just throw it in the cast iron.
You putting liquid in the cast iron? Or did you tend not to, just to dry it out a little bit more?
I put some butter in there. So
Sure.
so a little bit of butter.
A little liquid, yeah.
Yeah. So I've done it before where like they're like these nice chewy nuggets,
Yep.
And the kids love it.
How many packets did you take out?
I just take out one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, they'll last like a day.
Yeah. Right.
Because
the
boys will crush it. Because that's something too. You could just chop up then, put it in a salad. You could put it like in a wrap up or something like that too, if there's any left over. But I've also done
Eggs,
that, like
eggs, delicious.
done that in the oven too, where you season it all sides. You put it on like a tray, so the airflow can go through it.
Like that cookie rack where it's just kind of up off of there just a little bit. Yeah.
So it's almost like beef jerky nuggets. You know, I've done that before. That's always a good quick one where I don't have to think about it too much. I can just throw it in there.
So I know, let's talk about that just real fast, man. Yeah. I know we're running out of time here, but we've done the jerky recipes in the past and stuff where you stick that stick, you kind of open it up, right? Are you doing that same process, or are you closing the lid, like closing the oven all the way and just kind of letting it cook through, almost tenderizing a little bit more?
I'll let it tenderize a little bit more, but now that I've done the jerky in the oven with that method, where you just stick a little wooden spoon in there to let the moisture out, as it's going. I'd probably tend to lean towards that because it'll allow the outside to dry and get like a nice crunch. You know, so while not really drying out the inside too much, so you should still have like a nice moist center, but it'll allow the outside to dry out a little bit, so you get a nice little crust on there. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. We're doing some shredded chicken tomorrow night, so that one would probably just be in the crock pot, but. Yeah, that's what I got planned, and Super Bowl coming up. I'm gonna do the buffalo chicken dip that you sent over. We got that on the website, and I'm gonna do that one. We'll do some wings, for that as well. So starting the prep for that. Yeah, but yeah, man. So that's all I got going on. Again, we appreciate everybody listening and sharing the podcast as we continue to grow this thing here. You can find us at burnpitbbq.com. Go out there, check out our recipes, check out our blog, listen to the podcast, order some products if you need anything. But other than that, that's all I got, man.
Sounds good, man. Get out and grill.
I
know it's cold. Hopefully everyone's staying warm, and good luck.
Good luck, yeah. All right, we'll talk to you next week.
Take it easy.
Cheers.